Welcome back to Revenge Chronicles, where truth always finds its way to the surface. For our new viewers joining us today, you're about to witness a story that proves sometimes the most powerful revenge comes served on a dinner plate. And for our loyal subscribers who've been with us on this journey, prepare yourselves for a Christmas dinner that will redefine the meaning of family justice. Today's story will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about family loyalty and the lengths people will go to protect their secrets. Let's dive in. I hadn't stepped foot in my childhood home for 10 years. 10 years since they blamed me for Mom's death. 10 years since they told me I was selfish, negligent, a disgrace to the family name. 10 years since they made me believe it was my fault that Mom died alone in that hospital bed while I was 3 states away finishing my culinary degree. But today was different. Today was Christmas Eve 2023, and I was back with more than just holiday greetings. My name is Sarah, and this is the story of how I served my family the truth they'd been hiding for a decade. The invitation had been a surprise. A text from my brother Marcus: "Sarah, we think it's time. Come home for Christmas." Mom would have wanted the family together. The manipulation was classic Marcus, but this time I was ready for it. I'd spent the last 6 months gathering evidence, following a trail that started with Mom's medical records and ended with security footage from the hospital. What I discovered would have destroyed me 10 years ago. Today, it was going to destroy them. I arrived at 4 p.m. with 3 large covered dishes and a heart full of purpose. The house looked exactly the same Christmas decorations Mom had loved, the same warm lighting that used to make everything feel magical. But magic couldn't hide the rot that lived inside these walls. Marcus answered the door, his fake smile as practiced as ever. "Sarah, you made it. And you brought food, how thoughtful." Behind him stood my sister Jennifer with her husband Craig and my youngest brother David with his new wife Amy. They all wore the same expression, surprised guilt mixed with forced holiday cheer. "I thought I'd contribute to Christmas dinner," I said, stepping inside. "I've prepared something special for each of you." The dining room table was set for 8, including a place for Mom's memory, something Jennifer had apparently started doing to look like the grieving daughter. "How touching. So what did you bring?" Jennifer asked, her voice tight. I smiled and began uncovering my dishes. "Well, I've been perfecting some recipes. Each one tells a story." The first dish was an elegant beef Wellington, perfectly golden. "This one's called the Power of Attorney Pie. It's for you, Marcus." I watched his face pale slightly. "See, it's all about layers. The beautiful exterior hiding what's really inside. Just like how you convinced Mom to sign over her power of attorney when she was on those heavy pain medications." Marcus laughed nervously. "Sarah, what are you talking about? Mom was completely lucid when..." "Was she?" I interrupted, pulling out a manila folder. "Because I have Dr. Peterson's notes here. The ones that show Mom was on morphine for her pain the day you had her sign those papers. The day you got control of her finances and medical decisions." The room went silent except for the Christmas music playing softly in the background. I moved to the second dish, a beautiful seafood casserole. "This one's called the Insurance Investigator's Surprise. Jennifer, this one's yours." Her hand went to her throat. "It's full of hidden treasures, just like Mom's jewelry box that you cleaned out 3 days before she died. The jewelry she'd promised to leave to me." "She gave that to me," Jennifer whispered. "She wanted me to have it." "Funny thing about insurance investigations," I continued, my voice steady. "They keep very detailed records, including photos of Mom's room before and after family visits. Your visit on November 15, 2013, was quite productive." David started to stand up, but I gestured for him to sit. "Oh no, little brother. Your dish is my masterpiece." I unveiled a chocolate soufflé that was perfectly risen. "This is called the Silent Soufflé. It's light and airy, just like your conscience when you never told anyone that Mom was calling for help that last night." David's wife Amy looked confused, but David's face had gone white. "Sarah, please." "Please what?" I asked. "Please keep quiet like you did when Mom was pressing her call button for 2 hours while you sat in the hallway on your phone. The nurse's station has security footage, David. They saw you see the light, and they saw you ignore it." I pulled out more folders, more evidence. "Craig, your construction company sure benefited from that contract to renovate Mom's house. The one Marcus authorized while she was dying. And Amy, those credit cards you opened in Mom's name just weeks before she passed, that was creative. Jennifer was crying now. Sarah, you don't understand. We were just trying to preserve her assets for the family. Preserve them? I laughed, but there was no humor in it. You mean steal them? While I was 3 states away believing I was a terrible daughter for not being there, you were all here systematically robbing her and making sure she died alone. Marcus stood up angrily. You have no proof of anything illegal. The doorbell rang. I walked to the front door and opened it to reveal Detective Morrison and Officer Chen. Thank you for coming, officers. I believe my family is ready to answer some questions now. Detective Morrison stepped forward. We are here about the Sarah Mitchell complaint regarding elder abuse, financial fraud, and neglect resulting in death. The next hour was a blur of handcuffs, rights being read, and my siblings realizing that their Christmas dinner had become a confession feast. Each dish I'd prepared corresponded to evidence I'd gathered, evidence I'd already turned over to the authorities. Marcus was charged with financial elder abuse and fraud. Jennifer faced theft charges for the jewelry and personal belongings. David was charged with criminal neglect, and Craig's construction company was under investigation for contractor fraud. Amy faced identity theft charges for the credit cards. As they were led away one by one, I sat alone in the dining room where we'd shared so many Christmas dinners as children. The irony wasn't lost on me that the room was finally peaceful. If you're enjoying this story of justice served cold, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There are so many more stories of truth triumphing over deception waiting for you. 3 months later, I received the call I'd been waiting for. Mom's death had been officially reclassified. The medical examiner determined that proper care and attention could have prevented her death. My siblings' neglect had directly contributed to her passing. The civil lawsuit was settled out of court. I donated most of the money to elder abuse prevention programs, keeping only enough to pay off my student loans and start fresh. Today, I run a small restaurant called Truth Table, where every dish tells a story and honesty is always on the menu. I've found peace in cooking, in creating something beautiful and nourishing from simple ingredients. Sometimes customers ask about the photo on my wall, the one of me and Mom baking Christmas cookies when I was 8. I tell them it's a reminder that love doesn't end with death, but lies can poison the living. My siblings all serve time. Marcus got 3 years for elder financial abuse. Jennifer got 18 months for theft. David got probation and community service for neglect. Craig's business was shut down and Amy served 6 months for identity theft. I don't hate them anymore. Hate is exhausting, and I've learned that truth is much more powerful than anger. They have to live with what they did. I get to live with the knowledge that I finally stood up for Mom when it mattered most. Last Christmas, I cooked dinner for 12 elderly residents at the local assisted living facility. We shared stories, laughed about old times, and made sure no one ate alone. It was the best Christmas dinner I've ever made. The truth about family isn't always pretty, but it's always worth serving. Thank you for watching this entire journey with me. Your support means everything, and it's what allows us to keep bringing these stories of justice and truth to light. If this story moved you, please consider sharing it with others who might need to hear that standing up for what's right is always worth it, no matter how long it takes. Until next time, remember that truth always finds a way to the surface, especially when served with love.